For Chardonnay, we do something a little bit differently, and Chardonnay is the only wine that actually is fermented in a barrel, and that's because it's juiced to start out. We take that lot of Chardonnay after it's pressed, and we take the clear juice. I put yeast in the tank, and then I transfer that large lot into individual barrels, roughly a day after it's had its yeast addition. I also put in the bacteria for the secondary fermentation at that point. The secondary fermentation doesn't occur while the alcoholic fermentation is happening, but it allows those bacteria to acclimate to the environment, and they gradually have an influx of alcohol that allows them to be comfortable in that environment. Whereas traditional method, you put that bacteria in after it's wine, and they go, alcohol, and it takes a few days for them to be able to start to reproduce. Whereas if you co-inoculate, you are acclimatizing those bacteria to the alcoholic situation in a gradual way. The secondary fermentation is necessary in barrel-aged wines to convert malic acid to lactic acid, which is beneficial for wines in the Finger Lakes because we have high acids to start with, and so it's a natural deacidification process. By adding bacteria, we are naturally reducing the acid that's there, and it also gives us a chance to stabilize the wine, and that we aren't allowing that bacteria to grow later on that source of food, which is the malic acid. Malic acid is the acid that you would find in a Granny Smith apple, for example, and lactic acid is the acid that you will find in milk. So we're actually reducing acidity by converting a 6-carbon acid to a 5-carbon acid. Typically, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir are aged for roughly 10 months, and usually we age the Cabernet Franc, the Cabernet Sauvignon, and the Merlot a little bit longer than that. And then we pump it out of barrels and go through stabilization processes, which is the same for all wines. So we cold stabilize the wine, which means chilling it down to a little bit lower than refrigerator temperature, a little bit lower than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And that allows any acid that's going to come out at that cold temperature to come out in the tank instead of in your bottle in your refrigerator. We also heat stabilize the wine. So we test the wine to see if it will form a haze at a warmer temperature. And hazes are formed by proteins, and so to remove the protein, we add a clay product that will bind with the protein and help it to drop out of the wine. And so then it won't form a haze in your bottle at home.